And now we'll see how the week goes.
As you would have the likelihood that you see a situation where you can start Sunday?
Yeah, I think I just said it, Cam. If the week goes well, he'll start.
Is there any concern, I know not just the quarterback position, but obviously banged up at a lot of positions, just Murray's health coming back, protection and all that stuff. Is there any concern not having enough healthy first-string guys around him?
No, if he's out on the field, we feel good about him being healthy enough to play. Every team in the NFL is banged up, and we'll put our best foot forward and get the right pieces in there and give ourselves a chance to win a game.
So there's a chance that he could be activated and not play this weekend?
Yeah, I think we'll activate him on Wednesday.
How's the health of Will and DJ coming out of that game?
Sorting through it right now. They both got a little nicked up, but we'll see how the week goes.
What about Michael Wilson? Could he come back this week?
Should ramp up this week. We'll see how the week goes, but he's progressing well.
What's the chance with James Conner?
He's doing well too. He'll ramp up, and we'll see how he does, and hopefully we'll get him out there too.
JG, what's it been like to watch Kyler just kind of integrate himself back in the offense and just kind of get going?
Awesome. I mean, it's fun to be around him at practice. He's ultra competitive and wants to play football, but everything that he's been doing up until this point to get himself ready to go, both on and off the field, rehab, with the health stuff, with the mental stuff about playing quarterback, he's far exceeded my expectations right now.
What do you envision his offense looking like with him under center?
I'm going to maximize his skill set.
It seems like this picture brings a lot, Coach. A lot of times you see you guys talking in practice and as the quarterback.
It's probably me more picking his brain more than him picking mine, but yeah, I think I've always been a believer in that. Our coaching staff does a good job of asking different sides of the ball, what's going on, input, information, things like that. And from, the quarterback perspective, from his eye, I'm very intrigued to hear what he has to say about certain things and vice versa too. So it's been a really good back and forth.
You mentioned how every team in the NFL is banged up to a degree. But what is the challenge where yesterday by the end of the game there were 7 players that started the season opener on offense that weren't on the field?
It's a challenge, but that's why we practice the way we practice. We do different things during the week to make sure guys are getting reps within our schemes and our systems, because they got to go in and play well. And our guys know, the expectation of you going in the game as whatever role that you're in or forced into, but sometimes by injury, sometimes performance, it's expected that you keep that same level. So we got to do a better job of coaching that up, I think, a little bit to make sure guys are ready to go and step in and can play winning football for us.
After watching the tape, what was your overall assessment of Clayton and put in a very tough spot?
Yeah, I think that, it's a valuable learning experience for him, but we didn't do enough with the other guys in uniform to give us a chance to win the game. So that doesn't solely lie on Clayton. Like I said, I think it'll be a really good learning tool for him. He'll continue to progress. Look forward to his progress as we keep going during the season.
Would it be him if it's not Kyler?
Yeah.
Jonathan, obviously, Kyler's been engaged this whole time, and as long as you've been here. How have you seen him maintain his leadership status?
Yeah, I mean, just honestly, who's from Missouri? Anybody? You are? Isn't it a show-me state? Honestly, he leads a little bit more by example, I would say. And knowing that was a tough bridge for him, I think, because just not being out there with the guys, that's a little bit different leadership role. And he's obviously a captain for a reason, but just navigating that, on a day-to-day basis is a challenge, at times for anybody, that he has embraced and done a really good job, in my opinion, as the head coach. What I've asked him to do, he's done. And I think he's excited to get back in the huddle, and assume a little bit of that leadership role being in the huddle as well.
Kyler's told you a couple weeks ago, you said, he was ready to come back. When you say if things go well this week, does that physically? Is that mentally understanding the scheme?
I think everything, Danny, honestly. I just want to see him practice again and, see how he progresses through the week, things like that. But, to get him all the reps with the ones, I think that's kind of the last step. And then playing in the game is another step in the process of coming back from a major injury, not playing football for a while. So it's not, we got to be willing to understand that it might not look like Kyler, and I think he's got a good expectation of that. The coaches have a good expectation of that, but I know this, he's going to come out there and play his game and help us win.
How do you manage your own expectations coming into this job with knowing he's a quarterback and now you're saying he might not be him the first time you coach him?
Yeah, it's not hard for me. I kind of take it day by day and understand what it is, and you take in all the information and go about your day. But I know I'm excited to get him back out there.
Does the injuries on the offensive line impact your decision at all?
No.
Going off the string of losses, getting your franchise quarterback back in the huddle, what kind of juice do you think that brings to practice?
Knowing who Kyler is and how he can elevate other people's games, I think that it provides a little jolt of energy for sure.
Was there ever a point yesterday to go to Jeff just to have Clayton take a step back?
No, I wanted him to take every snap.
If it's not Kyler, it will be Clayton. How confident are you in him to be able to bounce back after this past game?
Fully confident.